ties it up.
Holy Ghost is on the move.
Yeah, Firebirds had a lot of momentum.
Right from the jump for the Firebirds, who look really good.
Hello everyone and welcome to the campus of Holy Ghost Prep, where we have live coverage of baseball action between the Firebirds of Holy Ghost Prep and the Quakers of William Penn Charter. The weather is 63 degrees and sunny for today's game, providing perfect weather as the Firebirds will be in the field first, as William Penn will look up to get to a rare fast start against them. So the Firebirds have come into today's game with playing 4 before today. On the March 23rd versus Haverford, they opened up the season with a 10-7 win, followed by 2 losses to LaSalle 6-3 and Judge 1-0. After that, they had a huge bounce-back game on March 29th against Northeast, which we covered as our broadcast opening day, and an 11-1 win in the 6th inning. So HGP looks to continue the dominant stretch and improve to 3-2 and a winning record for the first time this season since opening day. Right. So shout out to HGPTV for providing us with our brilliant stat graphic and our video, as well as drone footage from our introductory video, as we are underway here from the Holy Ghost Prep. As it's William Penn at the plate to lead off the game. And the first batter is a ground ball over to first, and running to tag first base is Dobbins, and he got him. So Rowan grounds into a solo unassisted ground out to first base to start the game for William Penn. Batting second for William Penn, number 39, McKernan. On the mound for the Firebirds to start, as McKernan will take down low for a ball. On the mound to start for HGP would be number 28, Rindau. Rindau into his windup and fires a ground ball, and just by the diving glove of Dobbins and into right field, into foul territory. Flying around second, heading for third is McKernan, and he slides down at second. It looked like he was going to go for third for a second, but he slides in with a one-out double, and William Penn is a man in scoring position early on. So a man on second, 1 out for William Penn. Batting third for the Quakers, number 46, Ford. Followed up by number 10, Shum, number 9, Flynn, number 22, Ruda, number 12, Griffith, 3, Duran on the mound, and number 4, Di Benedetto. So Ford at the plate right now for the Quakers. Rindau delivers the first pitch of the at-bat, and it's taken a little away. Rindau into his windup again. Lines and fires, and it's in the dirt. That's ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, number 46, Ford. McKernan takes a slight lead off second. And Ford will call timeout at the plate. So a man on second, 1 out for the Quakers. Looking to strike first and put the Firebirds down early, as a rare occurrence for HGP. And now they're going to touch him in a runoff. Did they get him? He did! The Firebirds with a brilliant pickoff play at second base, and McKernan couldn't get back in time. There's now 2 outs and no men on. And just like that, one play with a major change for this game. The third pitch is a little high and away. And it's 3-0 count to Ford. All right, no, 2 outs, no man on for the Quakers. McKernan picked off at second on the last play, looking to get another man on to replace him. And the pitch is swung on, fouled back. It's Rindell looking to battle back for HGP after going down 3-0 in the count. Rindell waits the signal. He has it. Goes into his windup and throws, and it's a big swing and a miss. Rindell battles back from being down 3-0 in the count, throws 3 straight strikes, and the Firebirds get out of the inning scoreless. 1-2-3 go the Quakers, and the Firebirds coming up with Cayden Robbins leading us off. So again, another shout out to HGPTV for giving us the graphics and the brilliant drone shots in our welcome video to start the broadcast. So we'll be back in a few moments as Penn takes the field for the first time today, and HGP looks to get on the board first. So Cayden Robbins leads us off in the bottom of the first for HGP. And the first pitch is a strike on Robbins. He tried to prevent himself from going around, but failed. No balls, one strike to Cayden Robbins. The next one taken a little high, so the count evens up at 1. And now Robbins got a hold of one a little bit and fouled it off in the left field side. And it's now 1-2. So Duran on the mound for Penn, batting 8th in their lineup. He'll look to make a statement on the mound as Penn could not offensively in the first. Robbins with a swing, another foul back. That's off the top of the cage. The count stays 1-2. After Robbins, it'll be Amati, Accord, Goldenbaum, Kalak, Gonglick, McDermott, Baker, and Walsh. And now Robbins got a hold of one. It's going to fly into shallow right, and it'll be caught easily in shallow right field by number 22, Ruda. So Robbins down on a pop-up to start the offensive day for HGP, and that brings up the first baseman, Amati. One out, no men on for Amati. And the first pitch is down the middle for a strike. Amadi, a big swing and a miss in the same spot. And Amadi quickly down 0-2. His back-to-back hitters for the Firebirds start the at-bat down 0-2. Amadi rocks back and takes just a little inside for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes the count. And he swings, just barely went around. And Amadi down swinging for out number 2. And now Accord up to the plate as Duran gets his first strikeout of the day for William Penn. Accord homered in our last broadcast against Northeast in their 11-1 win. Looking to repeat that here today. He takes down low, but it's called a strike. Has no balls, 1 strike to Accord. Now Accord a big swing and a miss, and he's down quickly 0-2 again. So all 3 hitters so far for the Firebirds start the at-bat down 0-2. Now it's taken in the dirt, so ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Accord. And Accord a big swing and a miss, and he's down swinging. So Duran gets out of the inning, allowing no runs, no hits, and no men left, as well as 2 strikeouts. So both sides come to the plate, and both sides have gone down without doing any damage at all. So we head to the top of the second. It's the Firebirds none, and the Quakers none. So once again, the Firebirds have played 4 games before today's game against William Penn. Leading off was opening day against Haverford in a 10-7 win, followed by 2 back-to-back losses to LaSalle and Fowler Judge, 6-3 and 1-0. After that, they bounced back with a dominant 11-1 win against Northeast as they sit 0-0 here with William Penn. Firebirds record at 2-2, looking to improve to 500, above 500 for the first time since opening day. And leading off for William Penn will be number 10, Shum. The first pitch to Shum will be taken a little low for a ball. So one out of the count to Shum. Pitch number 2, and it's a swing and a miss. One ball, 1 strike. William Penn got a hit in the first inning, and it was by McKernan, but he got picked off at second base, trying to take a lead. Pitch number 3 at the at-bat is a little too tall, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike the pitch. Swung on, fouled back, and the count evens up at 2-2 to Shum. Two balls, 2 strikes the count. Shum gets back into the batter's box. And the 2-2 delivery is a little too high, and the count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Shum. Rindell worked his way out of a jam in the last inning on the pickoff. And the pitch swung on, fouled back. So a long, hard-fought at bat so far for Shum. This will be the 7th pitch of it. And that pitch is taken a little inside for ball 4. And it's an opening walk to start the top of the 2nd inning for Shum. And that brings up Sean Flynn for William Penn. Batting number 5 in their lineup. Flynn ready for his first pitch. And he takes a strike. Flynn ready again, so is Rindell. A check back and safe at first with Shum as William Penn avoids a second pickoff in as many innings. Oh, 1 the count to Flynn. And Flynn a big swing and a miss, and he's down to the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Flynn. Shum takes a wide lead off first, and it's down low. Oh, they call it a strike. So Rindell gets his first strike out of the game as Flynn called for a strike just below the knees. And there's now 1 out with a man on first for William Penn. And that brings up Gavin Ruda. Ruda takes a tad high at his helmet, and it's ball 1. Ruda back in the box. A check back to first again, and Shum is down and safe as well at first. The second pickoff attempt of this inning from Rindell. Ruda at the plate. Shum on first, Rindell on the mound. And Ruda takes the ball. So 2-0 the count. Rindell throws back to first again, and Shum is back safely for the 3rd time. Ruda meandering around the box. Now he's back into it. Rindell has his sign. The pitch down low. And it's 3-0 the count to Ruda. Ruda waiting a 3-0. Will he get a green light? He does not, and it's a tad inside, and strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike to count to Ruda. Check back to first again. And again, getting back safely was Shum. Three on the count. There's his ground ball up the middle. Play made at second. They go to first, and it's in time to get the behind runner, which is Ruda. So now a man on second, 2 outs for William Penn, as the play made at second base by number 2, Gonglick. So now the play will be Griffith, number 12 for William Penn. Griffith ready. He takes high at the helmet. 1-0 the count. Rindell's been down the count often in these first 2 innings. But he's been able to battle back and has now allowed a run so far. Griffith takes low, and there's 2 balls and no strikes. Griffith on the 2-0 count. Rindell has his sign. And Rindell throws. Check swing. Did he go? Looked like he did. All right. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls and a strike to Griffith. And Griffith with all time takes a step out of the box, and that forces Shum back to second. Shum led off the inning with a walk, got to first, and got to second on the fielder's choice. Now, that's a line drive that is going to be caught in center field. And a perfect defensive play by HGP as William Penn comes up empty for back-to-back innings after getting a man in a scoring position. The catch was made in center field by Dobbins. And the HGP goes to the bottom of the second inning, still scoreless. After 1.5 is the Quakers 0 and the Firebirds 0. So once again, a thank you to HGPTV for giving us our stats, including the stats for our last 4 games and our drone footage to start the broadcast. So again, through the first 1.5 innings, it's the Firebirds 0 and the Quakers 0. So the bottom of the second inning, it'll be Matt Goldenbaum leading us off. The Fires came up scoreless in a 1-2-3 inning to start the game. Looking to rebound here in the second and take the early lead. Goldenbaum's first pitch to the knees for strike 1. Oh, 1 the count to Goldenbaum. And a quick second pitch. That one's a little high for ball one. One on one the count. Goldenbaum, a big swing and a miss, and got him on the inside corner. And it's now 1-2. 1-2 to Goldenbaum. And he swings and misses. Goldenbaum down swinging. It's the third strikeout of the day for Duran. And William Penn has the Firebirds cleanup hitter down on strikes. And there's one out, no men on, which brings up Kalak, the third baseman. Kalak takes a tad low. Now, that pitch is swung on. It's a ground ball just foul on the left field side. The count now 1-1. One ball, one strike to the third baseman, Kalak. He takes high and away for ball two. Two balls, one strike. And Kalak takes down the middle for strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kalak. Going to be the first Firebird to get on base. And the pitches, and he's down swinging again. 4 strikeouts for Duran, and he's been on fire to start the day for William Penn. So Kalak down swinging, back-to-back strikeouts. And that brings up Gonglick, the second baseman. Duran's first pitch is a tad high, and it's 1-0. Second one finds a zone, and his count evens up at 1 to Gonglick. Gonglick again takes strike 2, and the count now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gonglick. Duran looking to strike out the side. And he does just that. Duran on fire to start the day for William Penn. 5 of the 6 outs recorded by William Penn via the strikeout, and all of them via the Duran strikeout. The Firebirds down in order for the second straight inning, and William Penn coming back up in the top of the third in a scoreless tie, 0-0. After Duran strikes out the side, for William Penn. He's now up at the plate. And they're in a ground ball over the left side. Fielded cleanly at short. Throw to first in time. And the Firebirds record the first out of the third inning on just one pitch. And it was DiBenedetto who grounded out, batting for Duran. The play was made at shortstop by McDermott, who got it to Amadi in time. It's now Langham at the plate. Langham shows bunt and takes a strike. Golden Mom elects to cover on the bunt. Langham doesn't show it this time and takes high. Now Langham swings and drives one deep to left. It's going to stay in the park, and it'll be caught out in left field for HGP by Walsh. And the Firebirds have the first two Quakers down in order. After Langham's fly out, the back of the top of the order go with the Quakers with Rowan. Rowan ready for his first pitch. Delivery is a bunt, and it's foul. It goes off the top of the batting cage. So first pitch, bunt, foul. Back-to-back batters show bunt. Now the question is, will Rowan show it again on the second pitch? Rowan swings and fouls it in the right field direction, but it's caught by the cage again, and it's quickly 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Rowan. Rindell ready on the mound. The 0-2 just down the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Rowan, swung on a line drive. It's going to get down for a base hit in the right field. And William Penn avoids the 1-2-3 inning with Rowan's single. And with that, it's now McKernan, who doubled his first time up. McKernan ready for the first delivery from Rindell. A check back to first, and Rowan back in time. So it's the 6th pickoff attempt today for Rindell. One of them successful as he got McKernan at second base in the first inning. The first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. So Baker behind the plate today for the Firebirds after Freeband was behind it against Northeast. One out of the count to McKernan. And McKernan takes a strike, and they pick him off at first base. What a heads-up play from Baker going right to Amadi, and they pick off Rowan at first base. And HGP gets out of the game with their second successful pickoff attempt of 7 attempts today. HGP has not gotten a hit yet, looking to change that on offense going to the bottom of the third. It is the Quakers 0 and the Firebirds 0. Firebird's first 6 hitters are retired in order. It brings up the shortstop, McDermott. McDermott will take down low. And it's called for ball 1. And now McDermott fouls one off on the right field side. It goes over near the field house. One the count. That swung on, fouled back, and that one off the field house back near us. And I couldn't make the play. Just out of my reach. One ball, 2 strikes. McDermott ready. And it hit him on the top of the shoulder. And he'll take his base as he battles back from being down 0-2 to 1-2 to taking a hit by a pitch. So the Firebirds have their first base runner of the game, but still no hits. And it's Baker, the catcher, looking to change that. Baker shows bunt, and he fouls back. So Duran has had 5 of 6 outs recorded by the strikeout, and he's been on a roll, looking to continue that. Baker ready. The pitch. And top of the zone. That's called a ball. Is that a ball? I don't know what that was called. 1-1 the count, swung on and missed. They try to go to second, not in time, and McDermott with a stolen base, and the Firebirds have a man in scoring position. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Baker.
Go, Scott.
Baker ready on the delivery. And takes it down the middle. The 6th strikeout out of the game for Duran. And the Firebirds have 1 gone with a man on second. So after Baker's strikeout, it brings up the number 9 hitter, the left fielder, Walsh. And Walsh will talk it over with the third base coach. As there's a small mound visit, or brief mound visit. It was Flynn coming over to talk to Duran. Firebirds have a man on second, 1 out. Walsh at the plate. On deck is the leadoff hitter, on deck is the leadoff hitter, Robbins. And the first pitch for Walsh is popped up, right field side, over near the bleachers and out of play. So there were slight technical difficulties with one of our 3 cameras for today's broadcast, so I'll have to stick with the solo one for right now, which doesn't show a home plate, but it shows the rest of the field. Next pitch is popped up, shallow right field, into no man's land. It'll be caught in shallow right. McDermott will not tag, and there'll be 2 outs and a man in scoring position for HGP. The second baseman, Shum, who made the play in shallow right, on a play that looked like it would drop. So 2 outs and a man on second, and the leadoff hitter, Robbins, at the plate for HGP, who still remain hitless. Pitch to Dobbins. Is down the middle for strike one. Dobbins on the 0-1 count. Swung on. That one's hit well. Into the gap in right center field. Is going to score a run. Dobbins with an RBI is going to one-hop the wall. The hands are up in right center field. It's a ground rule double for Cayden Dobbins. The first RBI of the game for either team on the first hit of the day for the Firebirds. And it's 1-0 HGP in the bottom of the third on a 2-out ground rule double by Cayden Dobbins. So 1-0 HGP, and it's now the first baseman Amadi at the plate for the Firebirds with, again, 2 outs and a man on second. Amadi, a big swing and a miss. May have got a piece of it before it went to the glove. It's strike one nonetheless. So the camera is now fixed. We now have both angles ready and available. The 0-1 to Amadi is a bit too tall, and it's ball one. 1-1 the count, and there's a second mound visit of the inning as Duran will talk to his catcher. And that is McKernan. So make sure to follow HGPTV social media on Instagram to get all our updates for upcoming broadcasts, as well as behind-the-scenes footage of broadcasts.
Nice pitch, got it.
And the 0-2 is down the middle for strike three. And Amadi down on strikes, the 7th strikeout of the game for Duran, as he has recorded 7 of the 9 outs today defensively for William Penn via the strikeout. But the Firebirds get on the board first with their first hit, and it's a ground rule double by Cayden Dobbins, and the Firebirds lead at 1-0 through 3 innings as we get to the top of the 4th, as the Firebirds 1, the Quakers none. So leading off is McKernan. And McKernan will take down low for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes to McKernan. And McKernan will take a little inside for ball one or ball two. So the third pitch to that bat is low again, and it's a 3-0 count. Ryan now looking to hold the shutout. He has it through 3 innings, looking to continue into the 4th. McKernan ready. And he takes a 4-pitch walk, that one in the dirt. And the leadoff man is on for William Penn. And it'll be umpire time. It'll be a substitute runner as Sammy Davey will take the place of McKernan, who got picked off a second earlier. So Davey on first after the McKernan walk, and that brings up Ford. The Quaker bullpen is active. It's Christian Klaus warming up. So we've been having some technical difficulties throughout the day, so make sure to let us know in the comments if there's anything you think we should improve on besides that, or if there's any solutions that you might have to our camera issue as they check back to first as Davey's back in time. But make sure to comment below about what your thoughts on the broadcast are, possible improvements, etc. Make sure we definitely don't take them lightly. We take them with a lot of interest and a lot of motivation. And the next pitch is fouled back by William Penn. Rindell ready to go with the man on first, nobody out. It's a steal, Davey, and he is going to get there safely, just barely beating the tag. McDermott applied it beautifully, but it's a stolen base for William Penn. They have man in scoring position with nobody out. Rindell ready. And the pitch up high. Man on second, nobody out for William Penn, who trail 1-0 after the Cayden Robbins ground rule RBI double. The check back, thought about going to second was Rindell, and getting back quickly was Davey. The pitch is a big swing and a miss from Ford. And the count full. Three balls, 2 strikes to Ford. Rindell waiting for a sign from Baker. He gets it. Rindell looks back again. Davey gets back to second. And Rindell has had 7 pickoff attempts today, so don't be surprised if he goes for an 8th. Now both teams getting active in their bullpen. And Firebird and a Quaker are active, and the count stays full after a foul ball back by Ford. Ford ready to go. Rindell into his windup. And the pitch swung on. Hit well. Left center field. It'll stay in the park. Davey's going to try to tag up to third, and he's forced to go back. A great catch and throw by Cayden Robbins in center to keep Davey at second. And there's a man on second with 1 out now for the Quakers, as the cleanup hitter Shum is now taking the plate. Man on second, 1 out for Shum. Shum walked and got to second on a fielder's choice his last at bat, and the first pitch is fouled off the top of the cage. No balls, 1 strike to Shum. Davey takes the lead off second. They look back to second. They don't throw. And Davies forced back. Shum ready. And the pitch swung on, fouled. And Davy got to third, but on the foul ball, he's forced to go back. No balls, 2 strikes to Shum. Davy extends his lead off second. And Shum will call time. No balls, 2 strikes to Shum. 1 out, the man on second. He fouls it back again. Rindell ready. So is Shum. Rindell into his windup and throws. And down the middle, strike 3. Rindell with his 3rd strikeout of the game. Shum down looking, and Baker will now come for a first mound meeting of the game for HGP. So 2 outs and a man on second, as Flynn will come to the plate for the Quakers. Rindell will stay in. Baker back to his spot behind home plate. Flynn ready to go. Flynn set to go. Pitch from Rindell in the dirt. Davey took a long lead off second. They're going to throw back, and they almost got him as Davey lost his footing about halfway in between second and third. No ball, 1 ball, no strikes to Flynn. And Flynn takes down the middle for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Flynn. Davey sits on second. Pinch running from McKernan, who walked to start the at-bat, or start the inning. One the count to Flynn. Rindell again looks back to second and forces Davey back. The 1-1 in the dirt. Davey's going to try to steal, and he'll get there standing up as the ball bounced away from Baker. And there's now a tying run 90 feet from home plate for the Quakers. 2 balls, 1 strike to Flynn. Two outs and a man on third. And the pitch a tad inside. And that's ball 3. Rindell ready again, looking to battle back. And the pitch a tad high, and that 1 ball 3, so the count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes for Rindell. Flynn at the plate, Rindell on the mound, Davey at third, 90 feet from tying the game. Rindell throws it in the dirt, and it's a full count walk as there's now men on the corners with 2 out for William Penn. Now number 22, Gavin Ruda will come to the plate for William Penn. The activity in both both bullpens still remains very prevalent. Ruda ready to go. Rindell's delivery is a little bit high and away for ball one. And Baker will look Davey back. Ruda ready. And the pitch swung on, popped up foul as it caught the top of the cage. One ball, one strike to Ruda. Rindell ready. Ruda, big swing and a miss. And he's now down on the count 1-2. Men on the corners, 2 outs for William Penn, who trailed the Firebirds 1-0. Ruda ready for the delivery from Rindell. Swung a line foul, going off the cage, and the count stays 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Ruda. Men on the corners, 2 outs for the Firebirds. And Rindell calls time. Rindell ready again. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ruda. The pitch. Runner goes. It's a swing and a miss. Drop third strike. Baker is going to try to throw him out, and he will, as Amadi scoops it up off the dirt. So the Firebirds work out of the jam, and Rindell keeps the Quakers scoreless through 4 innings. Heading to the bottom of the 4th, it's the Quakers 0 and the Firebirds 1. So a quarter to lead off for the Firebirds at the bottom of the fourth. They lead 1-0 as they got on the board first in the bottom of the third on the RBI ground rule double by Aiden Robbins. McCord ready. The pitch swung on, popped up, and foul on the left field side. So no balls, 1 strike to Accord. Accord homered once, and the Northeast 11-1 win against Northeast. Now Accord ready again, swung on line drive. Is that going to get down? And it won't. Perfect tracking in right field by William Penn, and Accord flies out to start the inning. So after the Accord fly out, it's now the designated hitter Goldenbaum. And Goldenbaum take a strike on the inside corner. And count 0-1. Goldenbaum ready again. Takes high. 1 ball, 1 strike for Goldenbaum. The 1-1 on the inside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Matt Goldenbaum. One out, no man on for the Firebirds. And Goldenbaum swung on line drive and caught in center field by Rowan. So the first 2 hitters for the Firebirds in the fourth fly out. And that brings up their number 5 hitter, Kalak, the third baseman. Kalak's first pitch taken for a strike. No balls, 1 strike to Kalak. And there was a pitching change during the break for William Penn. It's a fly ball, right field side, and out of play. Will it hit a car? It did hit a car. In fact, it hit the William Penn bus. Or van. Didn't sound too expensive, though. All right, so no balls, 2 strikes to Kalak. I was saying the pitching change was Christian Klaus coming in to relieve Duran. And strike 3 call, the top corner. Kalak down looking. The 8th strikeout of the day for William Penn, and the first for Christian Klaus. So the Firebirds come up empty in the bottom of the fourth. We head to the top of the fifth. It's the Firebirds 1, the Quakers none. Who's that? All right, Griffith to lead off the top of the 5th for William Penn. Griffith swings and pops one up. Shallow center. McDermott calling him off, and McDermott was called off. And it'll be caught by number 2, Gonglick. So 1 out on the first pitch to the top of the 5th as Griffith flew out. And now it's D. Benedetto, the designated hitter. Di Benedetto takes down the middle for strike 1. And the second pitch down the middle again for strike 2. So Rindell stays on the mound even with some bullpen activity in the previous inning, and there continues to be now. No balls, 2 strikes to Di Benedetto. And the pitch swung on, line drive, shallow right field, charging it and making the catch in right field. A beautiful play by Accord. And there's 2 outs and 2 quick outs in the top of the 5th. And that brings up the number 9 hitter, the first baseman, Langham. Langham ready, he pops one up over the right field side and just past the bleachers near the field house. No balls, 1 strike to Langham. And the pitch in the dirt got away from Baker, but it won't matter, and it's ball 1. One ball, 1 strike to the first baseman, Langham. 2 outs and then on for William Penn. Langham swung on, line drive, left center field. It'll stay in the park. Will it drop? It will. A diving attempt goes unanswered. They go to second, and the throw is just offline as Gonglick couldn't get back to second base in time, and it's a 2-out double for Langham. From the top of the order, coming off the man in scoring position for William Penn, Rowan, the leadoff hitter, to start it. Langham will dispose of the shin guards and go back to second. Rowan looking to provide the first run. Rowan looking to provide the first run of the game for William Penn. He's ready in his stance. Rindell remains on the mound for the moment for HGP. Rowan ready. That pitch 1 hops the dirt, stealing third and doing it on a slide will be Langham. And for the second time today, William Penn has a runner and the tying runner 90 feet from home plate. Rowan ready to go. The pitch from Rindell, swung on, chopped foul on the right field side. And the count now 1-1. Rowan waits for his next pitch from Rindell. Pitch down low again. Two balls, 1 strike to Rowan. Langham on third, looking at 90 feet from tying the game for William Penn. Pitch for Rowan, swung ground ball, slow roller, picked up glove-handed throws, and it's wide, and William Penn will tie the game up at 1. Should be credited as an infield hit, but it may be credited as an error on the wild throw from Gonglik. It just got by Amadi. Either way, the game tied up at 1 as Langham scores from third. So now it's McKernan looking to put William Penn in front. Rowan stayed at first even on the wild throw. McKernan took outside for ball 1. McKernan sets back. They check back to first, and getting back in time was Rowan. McKernan waiting the 0-1. They check back to first again, and again Rowan is safe. McKernan ready. Back to first again, and they got him. On the third attempt of the inning, Rowan got picked off at first. Everyone in the stadium disagrees except the umpire that called him out. And the score stays 1-1 to the top of the 5th. Right to the bottom of the 5th. William Penn strikes again. William Penn returns fire, and it's now 1-1 as the Firebirds come back up looking to retake the lead. So Gongo cleared off in the bottom of the 5th for HGP. William Penn was able to tie the game in the top of the 5th to make it 1-1. It'll be Gonglik, McDermott, and Baker coming up for the Firebirds in the bottom half of the inning. Gonglik ready, and he fouls the first pitch back. No balls, 1 strike to Gonglik. And Gonglik takes to the bottom of the zone for strike 2. Rindell ready. Gonglick swings and drives one shallow right center, and it'll be caught there by the center fielder Rowan. So Gonglick flies out to lead off the bottom of the fifth, and it's now McDermott coming to the plate with 1 out and no men on. So Christian Klaus throws strike 1 to McDermott. McDermott ready for the 0-1 from Klaus. Swung on off the end of his bat. It's a dribble out to second. And the throw goes to first immediately and beat him by a step. It was Shum going right to first to get McDermott. And the first 2 hitters for the Fivers in the 5th inning go down in order 1-2. And it's now the catcher Baker coming to the plate. Baker ready. And the pitch taken on the inside corner. And it's ball 1. And now Baker will call time. 1-0 the count to Baker. Klaus on the mound. He ended the last inning with a strikeout. Looking to repeat history. Pitch a tad high as well. Klaus ready again. Baker fouls it off. Baker continuing to battle. 2 outs, no men on for the Fivers in the bottom of the 5th in the 7-inning game. Oh, and strike 2 call at the top of the zone to Baker. And 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from Klaus, up high and inside. And the count now full to Baker. Up next after Baker is the left fielder Walsh, followed by the top of the order, headed by Robbins and Amati. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Baker. And the pitch up high and inside. And Baker works the full count walk. And there's a man on first with 2 outs. And Alex Hubbard, the sophomore, will come on to be a pinch runner at first for Baker. Hubbard takes a solid lead off first. Walsh ready at the plate. The first pitch from Walsh is a big swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. And checking back to first, Hubbard got back safely. Walsh ready again from the delivery from Klaus. And it's taken down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hubbard just looks back, and he's back safely. I don't think I've ever seen so many pickoff attempts in one game. The Fires have had 12, and it looks like it's the 3rd or 4th for Penn Charter. Klaus back to the plate, and it's taken down low for another ball by Walsh. Hubbard inches further on his lead from first. Klaus ready. It's ground ball. It's going to stay in play. Klaus fields it cleanly, throws the first in time. And Penn Charter gets out of the fifth inning when it's still tied at 1. So 5 innings down, 2 to go. It's Penn Charter 1 and the Firebirds 1, with Penn Charter coming back up for the second to last time today, looking to take the lead for the first time today. So it's a opening bunt for William Penn. Fielded at the plate, throws the first, got him. And a quick first opening out for HGP. And it was McKernan who bunted out. So that brings up the number 3 hitter, Ford. There's now 1 out, no men on. So a pitching change during the break as Rosado comes in to relieve Rindau. The pitch to Ford is flied out, middle right field. And it's an easy play for HGP. And it's a Cord who makes the play in right. So 2 quick outs for William Penn. So it's now Shum at the plate for William Penn. Shum takes at the ankles for ball 1. 1-0 to Shum. Ground ball over the left side. Play by McDermott. McDermott throws one hop, almost one hop. Amati scoops up before he hit the turf. And the Firebirds go 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th. The Quakers held to just one run through 6 innings. Or sorry, top of the 6th. The Quakers held to just one run through the first 6 innings. The Firebirds will head to the bottom of the 6th inning, still tied at 1, with the top of the order coming up. So here in the bottom of the 6th inning, from Holy Ghost Prep, we had the Firebirds at the plate, and it's Cayden Robbins specifically looking to put the Firebirds back in front. The score currently sits at 1-1 as they are in a deadlock tie with William Penn. So staying on the mound for William Penn is number 13, Christian Klaus. So a brief mound visit before the bottom of the 6th inning. Klaus will talk to his catcher, McKernan. So Cayden Robbins lead off for HGP in the 6th. Robbins will take inside for ball 1. Klaus has second one. It hits the turf before he even got to home plate. And jeers coming from the Holy Ghost Prep bench. 2 balls and no strikes to Cayden Robbins. And Robbins takes a 3rd consecutive ball without going to get at the ankles. 3 balls, no strikes to Robbins. And Robbins takes up and in. And they call that a strike. Looks like he comes to the top of the zone for strike 1. So it's 3 balls and 1 strike to count to Robbins. Pitch from Klaus, swung on, fouled back on the top of the cage. Three-two, full count from Robbins. Klaus into the windup. The pitch swung on, popped up, shallow right into no man's land, and it is caught. Shum read it perfectly, and there's now 1 out in the 6th. As that brings up the first baseman, Amati. So Amadi ready. The pitch, big swing and a miss. No on the count. Klaus ready again. And the pitch taken in the dirt. One the count. Amadi ready. And the pitch taken up and in. Two balls and one strike to Amadi. Amadi, a big swing and a miss, and the count evens up at 2. Klaus ready again. And the pitch at the ankles, and ball 3. 3-2, full count to the first baseman, Amadi. No one on and 2 outs. No one on, 1 out. Amadi. And takes down the middle for strike 3. So Amadi down looking. And the Fibers now have 2 outs and no men on. So again, HGP looking to increase their win streak up to 2 as they open the season with a 10-7 win against Haverford, followed by 2 losses against LaSalle and Judge, 6-3-1-0, and then beat Northeast, the last broadcast we had, 11-1. So now it's a 3-hole hitter record. The right fielder, he homered against Northeast. He'll take a ball 1 to start the at bat. McCord will take low for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Accord, looking to be the hero in the bottom of the 6th in the 7-inning game. And of course, swung on, just got under it. It'll hang in right center and caught for out number 3. So the Firebirds' big 3 go down in order in the bottom of the 5th inning, bottom of the 6th inning, and the score remains: the Quakers 1, the Firebirds 1. Heading to the top of the 7th, who will be the hero for the Firebirds or the Quakers? So we get to the top of the 7th and final inning from Holy Ghost Prep. And it's the William Penn Quakers looking to strike and take the lead once again, or take the lead for the first time today. And that's hammered deep left field, and it's off the top of the wall. You literally cannot get any closer to a home run than what the leadoff hitter Flynn just had. Off the top of the wall, not even one more foot. Less than a foot would have put it in William Penn 2-1 lead. Almost. And Flynn goes back to second. Rosado stays on the mound for HGP. Ruda shows bunt, and now it's a pickoff attempt. McDermott back to first. It's a wild pitch. It's going to get away. And it's a free run for William Penn on the wild pitch to third. It's now 2-1 Penn Charter after the wild throw from the shortstop McDermott. Now Ruda stays at the plate. The pitch taken low. Rosado ready again. And he's forced to come off the mound, call time. That was popped up. Will it stay in play? It will not. It'll bounce just off the back of the Firebird dugout. Two-one the count to Ruda. Ruda fouls it off. Ruda ready again. And the pitch from Rosado. Swing and a miss. And Ruda down swinging for the first out at the top of the 7th. It's now the 7th hitter Griffith at the plate. And strike one at the top of the zone for Rosado to go up in the count 1-0. Rosado ready again. And the pitch a little inside for ball one. One the count to Griffith. A big swing and a miss, and the pitch in the dirt. That's now 1-2. One ball, two strikes to Griffith. Rosado just struck out Ruda. Looking for back-to-back. His pitch is swung on and missed. Griffith down swinging. It's just the same as Ruda. And there's now 2 outs, no men on. And DiBenedetto, designated hitter, steps to the plate. DiBenedetto takes down low for ball one. Rosado ready again. And the pitch just a tad high. Two-0 the count to DiBenedetto. He takes in the dirt for ball 3. William Penn took the lead after Flynn scored after just trying to steal third on the wild pitch, or wild throw to third, which gave him the free base. And DiBenedetto takes a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike to DiBenedetto. And now it looks like a step off the bag. Rosado ready again. The pitch swung on ground ball up the middle for a base hit. And William Penn has a man on base again. And it's DiBenedetto, which brings up the 9-hole hitter Langham. James Langham looking to blow this game wide open in the top of the 7th. William Penn currently leads 2-1. Man on first, 2 outs. And the pitch a little high, Langham. 1-0 the count. Rosado ready. They check back to first. It was not in time to get DiBenedetto. So that is the 14th pickoff attempt of the day for the Firebirds. 3 were successful. Pitch number 2 is a bit outside. Rosado ready again. And the pitch taken high. Two balls, 1 strike. Rosado throws and it's fouled off. Rosado ready again. The pitch swung on, flown out, right field, a cord under it, and he makes the catch. So the Firebirds get out of the inning, but they do allow a run. So what can their offense do? It's Matt Goldenbaum leading it off, and Kalak and Gonglik right behind him. Who wants to be the hero for HGP? We'll find out shortly. It's the Quakers 2, the Firebirds 1, heading to the bottom of the 7th inning. one final time for today's broadcast. We have our recent stats. March 23rd versus Haverford, with Firebirds open up the season with a 10-7 win. They lost the next two to LaSalle and Judge, 6-3 and 1-0. And on March 29th against Northeast, the opening day for Firebird baseball broadcast, and a dominant 11-1 win. So again, thank you to HGPTV for giving us these great graphics and the drone shot from the opening scenes of today's stream. And the broadcast itself, yes. Be sure to follow HGPTV on social media, as the first pitch is fouled back by Golden Bomb. So Golden Bomb, a D1 commit designated hitter, looking to prove that here and be the hero to tie the game at 2. Pitch will be taken low from Golden Bomb. So the third different pitcher of the day on the mound right now for William Penn, it's Will Vieira. And the third pitch to that bat is a little too tall, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Golden Bomb. And the pitch, check swing, did he go? No, he did not. 3 balls, 1 strike to Golden Bomb. Golden Bomb serving as a tying run, the winning run, Kalak in the on-deck circle. Golden Bomb swings, drives one, left center field, and it's caught there in center. Rowan makes the catch in center field, and 1 out, no men on in the bottom of the 7th for HGP. So Kalak now the tying run, Gongwick the winning run, and he's now on deck. Kalak ready. The pitch swung on, popped up, and way foul on the right field side. And now back-to-back fouls by Kalak. That one went off the edge of the cage. No balls, 2 strikes to Kalak. And now Kalak will step out and come back in. The 0-2 pitch. And Kalak takes in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes, now the count. Kalak swings, line drive, foul on the left field side. Kalak takes in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 6th pitch of the at-bat on the way. Kalak is fouled, 3 off, taking the other 2 for balls. The pitch fouls off again. Kalak continues to battle. Two balls, 2 strikes. Kalak takes at the ankles. The count now full. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming, and what a battle from Kalak. Kalak started the at-bat down 0-2. Looking to put one in play or work a walk. And the pitch, one on, popped up left field side, and is that going to hit a car? Oh, just missed. That was a little too close for many parents in the stands. Five foul balls is at bat from Kalak. He has not taken a strike yet, and he fouls that. Oh, that one stays fair. Look like he fouled it fair off the bat, and the throw beats him by a half a step. The Firebirds down to their final out in the 7th. Gonglock looking to be the hero for HGP. Gonglock ready. Takes in unless there's extra. And pitch number 2, a little high. Gonglock ready. William Penn leads it 2-1 here in the bottom of the 7th and final inning. Unless there's extras. The pitch swung on line drive off the top of the glove of the second baseman Shum and into right field. The Firebirds stay alive, and the winning run comes to the plate for HGP. McDermott, the shortstop. Who wants to be a hero for HGP? McDermott certainly does. Vieira stays on the mound for William Penn. McDermott takes low for a strike. McDermott ready and waiting. Firebirds trail by 1, 2-1. The pitch taken low again for a ball. One ball, one strike to McDermott. He's ready again. Swings line drive as going to get down for a base hit. The Firebirds have 2 men on to the drop, and the Firebirds have 2 men in scoring position. Wow. A costly error in right field, and HGP is not dead yet. McDermott with a double, or a single then an error, advanced to second. And right ahead of him was Gonglock, who got to third. Second and third, 2 outs for HGP, and you couldn't ask for a better finish. It's the 8-hole hitter, the catcher Baker, who steps to the plate for HGP. Vieira stays on the mound. Gonglock on third, McDermott on second, Baker at the plate. Vieira ready. Baker takes low for ball 1. After Baker is a 9-hole hitter Walsh, and if needed, it's a leadoff hitter Aiden Robbins after him. Baker ready on the 1-0 count. And that one comes to the bottom of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike to Baker. McDermott has speed and the lead from second. McDermott the winning run in scoring position, and Baker takes in the dirt for ball 2. Baker ready on the 2-1 count. Vieira into his windup. Baker swings and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Baker. The Firebirds down to their final strike. 2 men in scoring position. They trail by 1 to William Penn, 2-1. Vieira ready. Into his stance. And Baker calls time. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count to the 8-hole hitter, catcher Baker. Gongwick on third, McDermott on second. Vieira on the mound. Baker waiting the 2-2. The pitch in the dirt. And it got away from McKernan, but neither runner will advance. It's a full count to Baker with 2 in scoring position. The Firebirds trail by 1 with 2 outs. You couldn't ask for a better finish. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Vieira ready. Baker staring him down from the plate. Baker swinging and fouls it back. The count stays full at 3-2. Gongwick on third. McDermott, who has speed, on second. Vieira stays on the mound. 2-1, William Penn leads. Bottom of the 7th inning, the final inning of the game, unless there's extra. Baker in the dirt. And the bases are juiced for Walsh. And now a pivotal at bat as a walk would tie the game. Alex Hubbard comes on as a sub runner. It's the 9-hole hitter, the left fielder Walsh. Dobbins in the on-deck circle. He's the leadoff hitter. Walsh ready to go. A pitch from Vieira. Swung on, fouled back. No balls, 1 strike to Walsh. Walsh ready to go. Vieira into his stance, the bases loaded. The pitch. And Walsh gets the strike called on the inside corner. No balls, 2 strikes to Walsh. Vieira in his stance. Walsh staring him down from the plate. And the 0-2 in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Walsh. Dobbins eagerly awaiting the result of the at-bat. A walk would put him on with the bases loaded. And a tie game. Right now the bases are loaded and the Firebirds trail by 1. The pitch to Walsh. Up high, just at the top of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And neither side going down without a fight, but especially not the Firebirds. They had battled all the way back. What can Walsh do? And a 2-2 count. Vieira to his stance. The pitch. Walsh going ground ball. Over to short. Glove hand play. Throws to first. Not in time! The Firebirds have tied the game in the 7th inning. And the throw comes home. Not in time! The Firebirds wield a wild pitch. 3-2 your final score. Walsh the hero on a ground ball to short. 3-2 HGP has won in dramatic fashion in the bottom of the 7th inning. You could not have asked for a better finish in a haywire back and forth game between Penn Charter and Holy Ghost Prep. Walsh wins it on a wild pitch, or wild throw from short to first base. What a game, what a finish, and what a win for the Firebirds that improved to 3-2 on a 2-game win streak for the first time this season. And Aramark Micah is hype on the field. Again, one more time from Cayden Stewart. Your final score, the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds 3, the Penn Charter Quakers 2. Signing off, I'm Cayden Stewart. Thank you all for listening as HGP wins in dramatic fashion 3-2.
Holy Ghost prep ties it up.
Holy Ghost is on the move.
Yeah, Firebirds had a lot of momentum.
Right from the jump for the Firebirds, who look really good.